Hello people, it's Blitz here. Welcome back to a new episode and series of Planet Coaster. It's been a while, but now it's been released, let's play the game. We're going to do the old scenarios, and the first one on the list is Pirate Battle. Okay, so let's get on with the first scenario. Quickly load up the episode. Avast me hearties, and welcome to Planet Coaster. Shiver those timbers and take charge of this explosive pirate park. Complete ride construction, draw in the crowds, and give your guests a swashbuckling good time. Okay, so let's have a quick look around the park. Okay, as you've seen from the beta, the graphics are fantastic. My graphic card gets punished on this, I have to say. It's an AMD Radeon 7870. Processor's fine, mind you. That's an i7 or 790. I've got 16 gigs of memory. The settings we've got are actually on low presets. As we get to the end, we'll turn them up to maximum to have a look at the difference, and you can see my graphic card. Well, you can't see it, but it sounds like it's having a heart attack. The old fan goes like a rocket. So let's look around. So they're getting straight into the game. Now I did notice that I think they need to sort out the crowds where they keep bumping into each other. It's not a major problem, and it's not a bug. It's just obviously AI being not being very clever, like most games. Right, I'm trying to slow the camera down. It's a bit jerky, even though I've been playing around the settings. So it's not a bad start. We go through a tunnel. Come out to the first shop. The old bloke playing the old music. And the old pirates with the monkey. So I do find it so funny, the old monkey. You come up to this fantastic wooden coaster. If I remember rightly, when I played the beta. I didn't play the beta all the way to the end. I don't think the wooden coasters were in it. I'm pretty sure they weren't there. But I've got to admit, it looks fantastic. We've come down at this ride. I think it was cool. Some sort of octopus. As we go through the scenarios, we'll do some ride cams. We'll put them up. We'll see what we've got to do. Oh, it's a fantastic engine. I mean, years ago, this would have been, that'd have been a completely different animation altogether. The old coaster. So let's get a ride on the coaster. Where's the other one? Have we missed it? Will it go on that one, or will it just pick the first one on the dock? Right, alright, we'll just have to wait for it to get going. Let's have a look. Yeah, I won't make no rides or anything yet. We'll just use the rides in the scenarios, which are pre-made, until it actually starts asking us to make rides, piece by piece of items on the scenario list. And so I don't want to jump the gun. I mean, there is already hundreds of videos on the net where it's showing you how to make stuff. But we're going to do the scenarios. that was fun. Can't complain with that. Good bit of fun ride. So let's look at the settings. You can see we can change cars, number of trains, when the train leaves, on the wait time, we change the colours, then we change the music. And you've got the cams. I'm not quite sure that building on the station grid is. I suppose if you just want to set certain things up in locations, I suppose that's what it is. Got the stats. You've got the tree thing down there. The more trees you put in, the more people will love it. They've got the triggers. That's basically you got. You can add a trigger to the track, and as the train goes over the trigger, you can have an animation. Now the animation is usually in a scenery where, for instance, you can have the monster come up, add a water jet, fire jet, you name it. That's what the triggers do. Okay, let's move on. Now we've got the interface. It shows you what the settings are at. On the graphics, as I said, I've got a 7870. I'm on low presets. I mean, even on low presets, the game looks fantastic. Now, as I said, later on in the game, I actually turn everything on maximum. Just quickly see what it looks like, and my fan goes like a rocket on my graphic card. But it did look a lot different, I have to say. And I've got the interface. Interface scaling is basically if you want the thing bigger or smaller. On my monitor, it's fine as it is, so I can't complain. So now move on to the left hand side, notifications, where what's happening around the park, what we need to fix. Okay, and you've got the scenario objectives. Obviously, the more of these objectives you do, the more stars we get, and the more stars we get allows us to go on to the next campaign at higher levels. So I've got to make a few rides. So let's get some rides done. The first thing we do, we make a path. Now, I know a lot of people see they're still having difficulties with the path. I think it's massively improved since the beta, because it was a bit of a pain in the backside, really. And what it does, I think it goes down to how fast your computer is, how much the camera jerks forward when you lay a new piece. Best way around it is actually have the path short. If you have it long on a setting, the worse your camera jumps forward to the next piece. So we can raise the rides up when we want to place one down. And the easy way is to just get it back to normal setting, is just click off it and click on it again. Rotate around. Press the Z key. People who play Roller Coaster Tycoon, I've got to remember to use the Z key, not the Shift key. Let's get an entrance in. Now I do keep getting a message, I've noticed when I'm playing this, some of the ride queues are too long. I'm not quite sure what they're meaning on there, because I thought, okay, I made the queues just shorter. I've even had, on the coasters, you can obviously add more cars. Obviously on these other rides, it's like, okay, how do you get around it? Now I can only assume it's the timing. Make the ride shorter. I thought, yeah. It's on standard presets. I thought, well, everyone's let a pain get their part on the ride. I want to rip them off. Okay, so let's add some scenery. As before, the more scenery you got, attracts more peeps. Well, I think it attracts more peeps. Certainly makes the peeps happier to get on the rides. Plus, on top of that, it's obviously a great scenery item to make it look, for the game to look better. You've got to watch your money though, because you sometimes get carried away and you ain't got none left. Okay, let's get in test run. See what it looks like. Get a camera on it. See what we think. There's it's gonna go up. Some sort of airplane thing. Looks fab. Can't complain. I mean, it's everything about this game is fantastic. I'll have to say the artists and all the graphic programmers out there. They spent a lot of time going really into detail. Okay, you've got to have a bit of a powerful computer to run it all, I have to say. But I suppose it's one of those things. Yeah, you can rather settle for low graphics and you say that's great, or go really brilliant, and so on. And I think I believe in going brilliant. The reason being is that okay, 5 years from now, the game will still look great. That's how I look like it. Where you can get some games where okay, we go for low settings, trap more people. In 5 years from now, it's like oh, well, that's now looking really dated. It's time to bring out a new game. So we've got to get another ride in. I think we've got to build 4 rides. I think it was to get 2 stars or 3 stars. This is like a, one of those pirate ship rides where they go right up as a swing. Not been on one in real life for a long time. I don't know what the best size is for the queue path, I have to say. It's one of those things I think you've got to work it out to how long the ride goes on for. I mean, in real life these days, you queue up for a flipping hour before you get on a ride. It's not the sort of thing I would do. I've always found the best day to go to a theme park when the weather's crap and you go on everything about 10 times. When it's nice and sunny, hundreds of thousands of people want to go to the park the same day as you, and you have to queue all day and never get on anything. But I've always found, as I said, go when the weather's not too great and you go on everything over and over again. That's a nice old swing. Okay, we get that opened. Right, let's see what on the park management we got. So we've got the peeps. Tell you what how they feel, how much money we're making or losing. We've got development, research, Now I did notice on the scenarios, even though you develop something, it doesn't always unlock. I think the reason being is basically saying, okay, no, you got to use what's in the scenario items as it is. So we've got marketing campaign, so we've got papers, TV, then the internet. So you go down the chain, the more money you got to spend. Got the old people, so we've got 2 cleaners somewhere in the park. We've got the burger shop as we saw in the beginning. Have a quick look. Hello, we've obviously just got the first star. I think we've got 2 rides. They're now open. Great new roster. I've not tried one of these yet. I'll have to try one of these definitely in Sandbox or when we get to a bigger park. I think the idea behind it is where you can move your staff around to different shops. I could be completely wrong. Like I said, I've not tried it out yet. I had the need to. They've got an ATM, that was in the beginning. Somewhere. Right, let's get some shops done. Well, if we stay with the theme, the old piratey theme, I say I won't make no buildings yet. That's too big. Put something else in there. We just use what's available. Just go through the scenarios until it starts asking us to make buildings. I'm pretty sure they got these ideas from me, because when I was doing beta, I made quite a lot of shops on the boats. Mind you, I just think a lot of the other people use them as well. Let's get the old toilet in. It's a pity that they have not created it's not a wall piece shaped like a boat. Now in beta, when we was playing around, I did make a few buildings, and so did a lot of other people, where there's some wood pieces. And what I used to do, I used to get the boat piece, put it in the position I wanted to, and wrap it round the wood pieces around it, then move the other ship item out of the way, and then move it along to make a building. And it comes out looking quite good, but it takes a hell of a lot of time to do it one piece by one piece at a time. So we've got 2 shops in, cut rides in. We've got more open. Yeah, everything's open and running. Let's get some more. A few trees down. These old settings were quite low. If you notice on the scenery tab on the rides. I can't remember exactly how many items there are, but I'm pretty sure they're saying around 400. I think this is just the start. I mean, there's obviously loads more stuff to come. There's obviously going to be a water ride expansion. I suppose that'll bring pools like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I don't know if they'll do a wildlife park as well. There's no wild animals in the game yet, of any type. So in theory, that's 2 more themes they will add. The haunted theme, they're not really touched. There's a few skeletons hanging around, but I think that's to do with the pirate stuff, not the haunted theme. So you go by that. There's a lot of stuff to come. Again, sci-fi. There's a lot of sci-fi, but actually there's a lot of sci-fi stuff being added on the final. And I think as we go through the scenarios, I'm pretty sure there was one about making a sci-fi park. So we'll have fun doing that at a later date. I mean, if you look at those brick wall going around that octopus in a circle, those parts on that wall, they've all been placed individually. Once you place one down, you make a square wall, and you have to keep stopping. And you place the next one, then the next one, then the next one. So it's a long time, even though that's only a small wall. It's not a 5-minute job. Just looking at the colours. A quick play around with the colours. Bit yellow. Alright, yellow and blue. That'll do. Can't complain. Okay, let's check the what we've got to do on the objectives. We've got 90 guests, we've got 1 ride to make, we've got another 150 people to find, and another 3 million to find. So, Q scenery is still a bit low. Need to get it up. Let's try and figure out what to put in there. Let's stick a rock in. I suppose what we could have an attraction number. Work out how many you put in. Or so if he says you've got to have 50 attraction items on this ride, and if they add all different numbers, you can work out. Certainly something a lot more dangerous now. Put trees in. Well, they look see mega scared. I would say though, you want to take your glasses off. It's coming on, quite like that. So what else we got to do? I'll need some shoppies. This is what we can make from the start. So we've got a hot dog stall, part entrance, ticket booth. Beef, drink, and some sort of entertainment thing. I'm not quite sure what that does. I keep placing it around places. You're not seeing it do absolutely anything. Blueprints, don't have none, not yet. I did have blueprints in the beta. I obviously never covered them over. That's not a problem. Let's put some smoke in, or explosion in. Get some attraction items going. Well, I'm hoping it's attraction items. Seen it work earlier when I was playing around. Look, I'll put the old pirate. Face him to look at the old coaster. Yeah, you got to watch some of these effects you put in. They cost some money to run. Yeah, I didn't know that when I was playing it around yesterday. I thought I was banging out all these items all over the place, and I thought, where's my money going down? And I noticed that they cost money to run. That's because I'm too used to playing Sandbox, you see. You don't care about the money, you just have it unlimited. Play forever, do what you want. So you can say this is a bit of a first for me, playing the game. The old sneaky geezer in there. What else can we put in there? Put a couple of barrels in there, and we get some lanterns put on top. Use them as lights. Now I've noticed that it's still got a bug. Well, I don't know if it's a bug. I know loads of people said about it on the forums when we had beta, that the lanterns, even the torch lights, they don't light up. They don't light up as much as the actual street lamp. Now I know it is different, but I think the actual lanterns and the torchlight is too low. Personally, I really need to change that. Now I don't know if that'll change. Obviously, where I update the graphics, because I know the game come out a lot brighter. There's obviously a lot better settings, but I think it should make much difference to the light system. We're nearly there. We're getting there. I mean, this is another ride. I mean, again, the effort gone into that. Fab, really. There's not a ride in the game I've seen which don't look fantastic. They all look fantastically designed. Now, I think there's probably quite a few of you going to answer me on my forum saying, okay, the reason being I look fantastic because you're not playing Roller Coaster Tycoon well. Now, as I said before, no, I know Roller Coaster Tycoon World's got bugs, and I don't think it should have been released. Especially after I played Sandbox. Not quite sure what went on here. Why I couldn't make the path. I think it's because I've got the path on long. I think that's what it is. I'm not quite sure why it wouldn't let me make a path otherwise. And then they'll just move the entrance, solve the problem. Again, Roller Coaster Tycoon World, I've actually enjoyed playing the game, and when you play the scenarios, I've not had no problems playing the scenarios in Roller Coaster Tycoon World. It's only Sandbox where you want to make stuff and you have be honest with you, a bit of a disaster. But you've got to remember, that was designed to play on a lot lower end spec machines, so I don't expect the graphics to be like this. and in my opinion it's still in beta, like most people these days. I think come Easter, I think it may look quite a bit of a different game. But in the meantime, let's get back on with playing the coaster. I don't know how many rides there are in Planet Coaster and coasters. I think in the beta, I think we had about 8 coasters and about 12 rides. But now that's changed a lot. There's a lot of everything now added to the game. See the balls up the path. Right, we'll just make a new one. Just make that narrower, make sure it fits. Fix this bit. Right, problem solved. I've got to admit, this is probably the first game I've come across where you can do basically anything you want, really. I know obviously games are getting more and more sophisticated as they come out. But the amount of parts we've got in this game where what we can make is quite outstanding, really. I've not played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 for many moons, and I know there's loads of add-ons by people. And I probably won't play it ever again, to be honest with you. Not now, this is now out. So I do have an ability, well, I can't help myself, even though I can really love games. If a new version comes out, I just like, always end up staying with the new version. Even though when you think about Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, it's got, well, was it 3 expansions or 4 expansions? Plus, like, again, how many items in it is beyond me. But this is the new version, and then this is where we will start making our videos. And when you think about it, you could probably do this scenario in about 10 minutes. Put it on turbo speed. You just wait till you've got the money and bang the rides down. And there you are, complete. But I know, I like to have a bit of fun. It wouldn't be fun if you just done that, really. And the idea is actually, at the end of the day, show you the rides as we go along and show you the game. And then with that tree, I've sort of stuck in the air somehow. I kept doing that a lot on the beta. You click on something and you thought, oh, that's not on the ground. So far so good. Can't complain so far. Let's just go through what we got. Yeah, as I said earlier, I did notice when I was playing around, if you actually start research, it doesn't always unlock it for the scenario you're playing. I think the reason being is that it wants you to play the items it's got in the game, not give you anything new. Especially if you say, okay, this create a roller coaster item. If you look at the roller coaster tab, well, it's grayed out, you can't play it anyway. So we've got the entertainer. He's funny, isn't he? Bounce around on these bits. Where's the cleaner? There's some rubbish on the floor we need to sort out. Now, the only bad thing about the cleaners, I've noticed that they're all the same. Now, if I get about 10 of them, they might look different, but so far I've had 3 cleaners and they look, well, it seems to me they all look the same person. I could be wrong. And they're all old. It's like, okay, you can only be once you get old, you can only be a cleaner. I think, oh, is that the way the future goes? I don't know. I suppose someone could invent one of those scrubbing machines. They go around and they clean the floor. That could be good. Do it as a mod. Get a couple more benches in. Yeah, people obviously want to sit down. The only thing I did notice in this game, which I thought was a bit bizarre, that there's no tables and chairs. Like, okay, we've got the benches, but there's actually no tables and chairs. So if you make a restaurant or such, there's no table. Now I know there's obviously people where they made tables out of other items, but they're not actually usable as a table. I'm not quite sure why they've not done that. Now I did mention that in the beta, and I did, if I remember rightly, a lot of people mentioned it on the forums in the beta. And so far it obviously hasn't made it to the final. I'm not quite sure what the idea of these blocks. It's been a long time since I've been to a theme park. I suppose they must have these very vibrant colours blocks in there in theme parks. Let's have a look at these special effects. Does that come back down the red? Oh, nasty. What's this one here? It's a bit of smoke. Alright, we've got another star. We've got all 3 stars. Okay, we'll move on to the next one in a minute. Let's just go through the bits and bobs in the meantime. Steam pad. A bit of water splash. Classic. I think it's what at the moment where Planet Coaster stands out from the competition of these assets, where you got all these effects. Again, I'm not quite sure what these squares and triangles and circles do. You know, it's a nasty flamethrower. Well, I think we'll leave it there. We'll stick that in as a scenery item since we've done it all. Okay, I just realised now the video's coming to an end that I didn't update the graphics in this part. I actually done that in part 2, and I should upload that sometime in the next 48 hours. So you see the graphic changing now. Sorry about that. The reason being is that I actually made them 2 together over a 2-hour stretch, and didn't realise I didn't do it in this part of the video. But you'll see it later. What the difference is like. If you always want to know, if you're planning to buy a new graphic card in the future. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave it there. We've got the stars. So, okay, have fun all. Blitz out.